And for this meditation, we set the intention to step into our ascension elevator and to raise up to the highest vibration of us. And so we begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose, hold, and out through the mouth nice and loud. In through the nose. And out through the mouth, nice and loud. In through the nose. And release what no longer serves us. Now see the divine spark in the center of our hearts and extend the light cord up through the top of our heads, to the sky, to the stars, up through the highest dimensions, and there connecting our light cord into the highest dimension of Source. Remain connected into Source and extend our light cords down through the stars in the sky, back down to the top of our heads and into our hearts. And just allow that Source energy to flow down through us, healing, clearing, and energizing every atom, every fiber, every dimension of our being and our soul. And now extend our light cord from the center of our heart down through the roots of our spine, all the way down through the layers of the planet until we reach the very core of Mother Earth, and there connecting to Mother Gaia's crystalline heart. And we send Gaia so much love as we extend our light cords up through the layers of the planet to the root of our spine and back up into our hearts. And together with the light, Source above and Gaia below, around each of us individually, we create a golden bubble of protective light. And we set the intention for these golden bubbles that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us, or exist within our bubbles or within us. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. And into our golden bubbles, we invite in our spirit guides, our higher selves, every aspect of us. Archangel Michael for protection, clearing, Archangel Raphael for healing and clearing. And now through space and time, I create a golden bubble around every soul that is watching this in the live and in the replay, and who chooses to join this session. And we set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us or exist within this space. All other energies and entities must leave immediately. We invite in our guides, our higher selves, Source, Gaia, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And now we see ourselves standing in a white room, an empty room, and we ask that one of our spirit guides step forwards to each of us to take our hands and lead us to this elevator door in front of us. We are at level 0, as we see on the dial above the elevator. And as the doors open, there is a beautiful feeling of excitement and love within us. And as we step forwards into our elevator with our guide, we first look to the right and see all of the numbers that go from 0 up to infinity and from 0 down to -99. And we first set the intention to go down before we go up. And we set the intention to go to a level where we need the most healing at that time. And we're going to go to a place in space and time where we are safe and we are protected and we are loved And we are seeking out any lost fragments of us or any aspects of us that require healing at this time. And we ask that Archangel Michael assist us at this time, protect us, and travel with us. And so as we choose the number, this unique number for us, we press the number, and when the elevator doors close, as we travel down gently to the level through -1, -2, -3, until we reach the level that is right for us. And as the door opens, we are safe and protected. We feel compassion and love and forgiveness. And we staying in the elevator and inviting forwards the lowest vibration version of us that needs the most healing at this time. And we invite them to the door of the elevator, just standing outside. And we see that version of us. We see every aspect of them. They are us. They are the lowest vibration of us. And we bring down from the highest dimension of Source above a column of light to just above both of our heads, our current version and the lowest version of us. And we split the light column into two, connecting into the top, into the crown chakra of our current version and our lowest version. And then we allow that energy to flow through us individually, separately, and then to allow this energy to rejoin below us, under our feet, and to continue on as one light down into Gaia. And so as that light connects into the core of Gaia, and the light is connected into Source above, we begin to feel this unity. We feel that our hearts, that our soul, that our beings are ready to integrate as we begin to share our light together. And each version of us, we place our hands on our hearts. And we say, I'm sorry, thank you, I forgive you, I love you, I accept you, I feel you. And with unconditional love in our hearts, we reach out and put our arms around the version of us that needs the most healing. And we bring that version into our hearts. And we bring in this beautiful source light from above down to the top of our heads and become one, feeling that integration, that love, that healing, that acceptance. And as we integrate and become one again, we allow every aspect of us, our truth, to be healed, to be felt, to be loved. It's all we ever wanted, was to be loved. It's all we ever wanted, was to love ourselves. And now, as we look up and look through the elevator doors, we see at this lower level all that torture, all that suffering, all that pain is no longer ours. We have done our time. We have paid our karmic dues. We have suffered more than long enough. And we send so much love and compassion to every soul that is still at that level. And we hope for them that one day they will be able to forgive themselves and that the angel of them will come from above and bring them back up to the surface. We send our love as we allow the elevator doors to close, and we are here still with our guide and with Archangel Michael. And now we turn our attention to the elevator and look to the right and see the numbers. First, we will return to level 0. We press 0, and the elevator lifts up. And as we lift up through each level, we feel our vibration lifting. We feel ourselves raising up. We feel that excitement. And there's a real sense of love and calm and harmony and peace and self-love within us as we reach up to level 0. And as we reach to level 0, the elevator pauses for a moment, and we stand and face our guide, and we take both of their hands. And as we look at our guide, we say together, I release what no longer serves me. I release any fear, shame, pain. Whatever no longer serves me, I release. And we see a small door open in the bottom of the elevator, and through it we allow any of our negative energy and entity to fall. It forms a small, thin, black column of light that goes down, all the way down into the core of Mother Earth, to be transmuted and reborn as new energy. And as the hatch in the floor closes, we look to our guides and smile with excitement as we're ready now to go higher and higher in our ascension. And so we turn to our right and we see all of the numbers. And we see that the lower level numbers have now become more grayed out to us. They still exist and we can go there anytime, but they no longer hold part of us. We are feeling lighter and brighter and more excited. And as we turn our attention to these numbers on the right, we can hear the highest version of us, our higher self, calling us, saying a number. They're repeating a number over and over, and it's the number that you keep seeing. You keep seeing this in your day-to-day life, and you keep ignoring it and sometimes acknowledging it. And it's the same number that you can see here. It's illuminated, and it's waiting for you to press it. And as you get ready to press this number, you fill your heart with so much joy, with so much love, and so much gratitude for everything you have in your life right now. It is everything in your life at this time that is allowing you to reach this moment that you're ready for your next level of ascension. All that pain and all that suffering and all that healing. And every day you work so hard on yourself. Now is the time for you to reap this reward. And as we turn to the right, we see the highest dimension number for us, and we press that number. And the elevator begins to lift, and as it's lifting up, there's this beautiful feeling of excitement, just like we experience in elevators, this rising feeling. We feel every aspect of us, every atom, every fiber, every cell, every electron, everything within us is beginning to raise up in vibration. This excitement of love is pulling us up, and we can hear as we get higher and higher up through the levels, getting closer and closer to that version of us, that number that we chose. As we get closer and closer, we can hear the voices, we can hear the music, we can feel those feelings, and our heart is beginning to connect already, even before we're getting to the level, connecting to that highest timeline. And finally, we get up to this level, and the elevator stops. We have reached the number, our current highest timeline for us. And before we open the door, we pause for a moment with excitement. We turn to our guide, and we are both crying happy tears with joy. And our hearts are activating. Our hearts are glowing with this beautiful love energy, and they're resonating with light. And we turn to each other for a moment, and we hold hands once more. And we say, I set the intention that I am ready now to step through into the highest dimension of me. And I release what no longer serves me. I have released what no longer serves me. And as the doors open, at first there's just this beautiful, blinding white light. We cannot make out any shapes or forms yet. But we can feel, we can hear, and we can smell and sense the frequency and vibration. This is more powerful than our wildest, highest dreams. This is a reality that exists for us, created by us, that we do not yet quite understand, and yet here it is. And it is so beautiful, and we feel the palms of our hands beginning to resonate as we reach out and just touch the side of that light. And now we begin to step through. And as we step through out to the elevator into this highest timeline of us, we feel this beauty, we feel this love. We hear music playing. We hear people dancing and singing. We see the beautiful nature that we have chosen for our highest timeline. We see our loved ones that we chose, the home, the adventures that we go on. We see them all at a distance to begin with. And we feel, as we look down at our bodies are in love with us as we are in love with them. We feel ourselves as a united being, our darkness, our light, everything in between. We brought our physical being with us, and our soul feels like it's on fire with electricity, with high vibrational love. And we reach forwards into this space and we bring this beautiful love energy into our hearts, this highest vibration into our hearts. And we hold it, we hold it. And we just allow ourselves to be witness to bear witness to this highest dimension of us, seeing all the things that we do in this timeline. And as we allow our hearts to absorb this beautiful energy, we realize that we have become now this highest version of ourselves. The white light that we were stepping into is the highest version of ourselves. The reality that we create in this timeline is us. And so we turn our attention back to the elevator, and from our heart, we extend the light cord back down through the elevator. And as the elevator travels down, we send that light cord all the way down to level 0 where we started in this session, and back through to where we first started, and we connect that light cord into that version of us at level 0. And we call our own names, and we tell ourselves the number to choose, and we create a permanent connection now between us, our highest timeline and our current timeline. And now we pull this cord, and it brings forwards this version of us from level 0 back up through the elevator, all the way up, and we pull them back into our hearts to merge as one. Every aspect of us now as one. Beautiful, united, unified soul. And just allow this beautiful energy to reside in your hearts. And we set the intention for every being that chooses to remain in the highest timeline to stay. For every being that chooses to return to level 0, they can. They can go back in the elevator with our guide and head back to level 0. For when the session ends, you'll choose to remain in your highest timeline, or your current timeline you entered into at the beginning of this session. I set the intention to remain in my highest timeline, and I hold this love in my heart. I leave this healing and protection and love and ascension in place for every soul that chooses to stay in it. We thank our guides, our higher selves, Source and Gaia, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and every soul that assisted in this session as we bring this meditation to an end, thanking our guides, our higher selves. And so it is.